All right, so once again, we're here with Brad here. We're going to talk a little bit about some orthokeratology. Brad's been doing orthokeratology for about 6 weeks. As you know, orthokeratology is FDA-approved customized contact lens or mold that you wear while you sleep. It corrects your vision overnight. You take this mold out in the morning and you have clear vision all day long without the need of any sort of correction, whether that be contact lenses or glasses during the day. And my name is Dr. Theodore Seves with Rockford Family Eye Care. Once again, we have Brad here. So Brad, you've been doing orthokeratology for about 6 weeks. I just kind of want to talk a little bit about the history of your eyesight and your eye health in general. You're nearsighted, correct?
Correct.
Now, when you're nearsighted, that means you can't see very good far away, but you can see well up close, correct?
That's correct.
Now, how old were you when you started to wear some sort of correction, whether that be glasses, contact lenses, or what?
It was probably about in the 5th grade.
Okay.
Just had trouble seeing the board from far away. I knew something was definitely off. My parents had taken me to the eye doctor, and that's kind of when I had the first pair of glasses. I was just told I needed to use them, anytime I needed to see the board or see anything far away.
So you started wearing glasses, and did that help?
It did help. I just didn't wear them as much as I probably should have.
As most, 5th grade you said, or 4th grade?
Yes.
Most kids don't at that time. But eventually your eyes got a little bit worse, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you became more and more nearsighted. At what point did you decide, hey, I want to try contact lenses?
I felt like I wanted to be like the rest of the cool kids in junior high or high school. That's when I really started with soft contacts. Pretty embarrassing. The first time I put them in, I had to have my mom take them out at night. So
that's not that uncommon.
It's kind of a learning process for me. Once I got used to it, it was very easy. But
easy, right? Yep. And ultimately, glasses and soft contact lenses are really easy. One thing, just to kind of know, it's a little bit of a side note. So orthokeratology, once again, does correct your vision while you sleep. You take it out in the morning and you can see all day without contacts or glasses on, but it's also been proven to slow down nearsightedness up to about 50 to 60%. So in Brad's case, if maybe he'd have gotten in orthokeratology sooner, instead of being really blind or really blurry vision without any sort of correction on, he would have been actually a lot less. So just a little bit of a sidetrack, but just a little bit of information on orthokeratology, the extra added benefits. Now coming back to you, Brad, when you first heard about orthokeratology, what were your thoughts?
To me it sounded, from everything I read, it sounded pretty amazing. You're taking advantage of, you go to sleep every night. Correct. So really it sounded kind of almost crazy to me. Like, I put in a mold or a contact in when I go to bed, I take it out when I get up in the morning and I can see. It just seems like opposite compared to, I used to get up in the morning, put in my lens, and then before I went to bed I would take out my lens. So to me it started making me think about it, and then I started pulling up some of your videos and some of that other stuff. Sure. And that's when I really just became interested.
And with the soft contact lenses or glasses, were there any issues that you were having that really was the deciding factor that you're just like, hey, you know what, I want to do this, I want to do orthokeratology?
Really the major thing was, I have issues with, if I happen to take a nap or fall asleep during the middle of the day, my eyes just become so dry that it comes to the point where I have to throw away the lens. They're become almost useless.
Yep.
And then you do get those tears in them, which creates major issues
as well.
And just having the freedom of not having to wear a lens during the day or glasses during the day really was kind of an added benefit for me.
And your vision's pretty bad. You're worse than 2400 without any sort of correction on before we started orthokeratology. And so if let's say you were to rub your eye and you had your soft contact lenses in and that contact lens fell out, you'd be pretty debilitated, right?
Correct.
Whereas now you can rub your eyes to your heart's desire and nothing's going to happen because you're not wearing anything during the day, correct?
Correct.
So can you explain to me your process of orthokeratology and what it is that you do?
From when I first started, I was really trying to get them in at about I would say 9, 10 o'clock, and I wanted to, that first 2 weeks, I wanted to get at least a full 8 to 9 hours in every night. And now that I'm 6 weeks into it, typically I put them in around 10 o'clock at night, and depending on the morning, take them out roughly about 6 o'clock every morning. So I'm still getting that 8 hours, but as soon as I take those out, I'm seeing 20/20
right
instantly.
away. Yeah.
Which is, to me, absolutely amazing.
Well, you're actually, we just did some your visual acuities, and you're actually better than 20/20 or 20/15. So that's amazing to have that sort of vision without anything on, when once again you're worse than the big E that we usually show people. So that's fantastic. So you take them out in the morning, you put them in at night, you take them out in the morning. Is that just it? I mean, there's got to be more to it, is there?
Very simple cleaning process.
Okay.
I mean, pretty typical of what you'd use for a soft contact. I mean, the process takes maybe 2 to 3 minutes to put them in. Very simple. I mean, it's almost identical to a soft contact, except it's hard. I mean,
That's right.
Really, you don't have those tears and other kind of weird stuff that can happen.
And you can nap all you want.
Yeah.
You never have an issue, right?
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, exactly. You can take a nap for an hour or whatever, you wake up and you're seeing 20/20, nothing to worry about.
Right. So if, just hearing from your experience, if you could sum it up in 1 or 2 or 3 words, what would you say about orthokeratology?
I mean, really, for me, it's more freedom.
Freedom's a good word.
I mean, being able to get up and go right away. I mean, I'm not super active outside, but I mean, when I was wearing lenses and stuff like that, I would play softball, and when you'd run and stuff, something with the lens, it's almost like it wasn't focused. And now I don't have any issues with that.
Well, that's a dryness factor usually. Is any sort of wind will dry your contact lenses out a little bit more, and so then it's going to disrupt your vision. So where with your naked eye, you don't have that issue. So yeah, so that's Brad's experience with orthokeratology. Find out more about orthokeratology by visiting our webpage, which is www.rockfordfamilyeyecare.net. You can follow us on Instagram or Facebook, or you can watch more of our videos on YouTube. Find out what it's like to have crystal clear vision, 20/20 vision, all day long without the need for contact lenses or glasses and or the risk for surgery. You too can see better than OK with orthokeratology.